Hi everybody, James Milliron here, and today I wanted to talk to you about video prospecting. What is video prospecting? Well, I'll tell you, but let's break it down into the two sections first, video and prospecting. So prospecting, what is prospecting and who does it? Mostly people that do prospecting are involved with service-related companies. Not necessarily, I mean you may be selling a product, but generally speaking, prospecting is when either you as a sales associate or as a business owner or somebody within your company whose job is to go out and find a new business development managers and so on. This role entails finding those people and convincing them to listen to you, convincing them to have a follow-up meeting, get them down in person, sit down, go over a presentation, have a nice long conference call. These are all goals of prospecting. But prospecting is that initial attempt to get a foot in the door, right? We take prospecting from the gold mining days, right? Over in California and Colorado, people used to go to prospect and they would take a pick and they would jam it into the ground and pull it out and hope that they could find some gold. And if they struck gold, then they could go and look somewhere else in that same vicinity. The same type of ground might yield more gold for them. This is prospecting for you, right? In your business, this is what you do every day. You try to find those rocks which contain potential clients and customers, and you smack at that rock a few times until it breaks open and you find some business. But like I said, prospecting is the initial push. I'd like to talk to you about how we can combine that with video. Video prospecting is the act of prospecting, trying to find new customers, but using video. Much like I'm doing right now. Now this is a training session, but just as simply as I've come into this room of mine with my camera and my microphone, I'm speaking to you. I have gained your audience. You're listening to what I say because I've had the technical capability of putting a camera on a tripod and knowing how to maybe just make one or two edits once this video is complete. If you have that much ability, or if you have a team of people who can execute something like this for you, you can make videos just like this and use them as prospecting tools. How? Well, let me give you an example. Let's say in step one, you find a really hot lead, or let's even say that there's a group of companies that fit the demographic of a potential prospect of yours. Traditional marketing would be maybe to get an email list of companies like this and send out a mass email blast. More modern marketing might be social media, where you try to connect with somebody on LinkedIn, or maybe find them on Twitter and start tweeting to them just to sort of get that foot in the door. But think about the opportunity of video. It does something that no other platform can do right now, and that is connect two human beings in, a monologue conversation, but it's a conversation that you and I are having right now. That is something that can very easily be uploaded to a private place on the internet and sent out to one or a group of people that match a demographic. So let's talk about how we can do that. Step one, determine the batch of individuals in a particular demographic that you want to reach out to. Let's say, for example, that you are a software company, okay? And you are trying to reach out to maybe media publications and outlets so that you can tie up and tie up and co-market together your software services on their website, and then you would also give them exposure for their media on your website. Something as simple as that, okay? That's the goal. So, next thing you need is a camera and a microphone. You can do this with an iPhone if you want to. You can do it with a Samsung phone. I'm using a DSLR right now and a simple lavalier microphone. But whatever suits you, the important thing is just get some decently professional setup, sit down in a nice quiet corner, and then record your pitch. Okay, but you have to make it personal because nobody wants to just be pitched. I mean, you could literally probably go to your website right now and see a video on your website that is basically your pitch. So the goal of video prospecting is to find a way to make it personal. Okay, so in this example, maybe I would sit down and, like I said, my target is to reach these media publications. Maybe I would sit down and say, "Hi, New York Times. My name is James Milliron. I work with this company. I just wanted to send you a very special video to explain an idea that I had. I know that we aren't going to get the chance today or tomorrow to meet in person to talk about this, and I thought an email was going to be way too cold. So I hope you'll just listen to what I have to say for 2 minutes. If you like the idea, get in touch with me. I dropped all of my contact information next to this video. If you don't, then thank you for your 2 minutes. But here's my idea. This is what I think we can do together." Finish. Okay, so take that video, make a couple minute long video specifically to that prospect of yours that you want to get in the door with. That's step 2. So step 1 was determine your demographic. Step 2 is to create the video. Now step 3 is to deliver it. Now, there are so many different ways that you can deliver. I'm going to make the recommendation of delivering it by a personal email. So that's it. It's that simple. Step 1, determine your demographic. Step 2, record your video. Now let's get to step 3. Step 3 is how do you host it? Well, if you're making something personalized like that, then obviously you don't want to host this thing like publicly on YouTube, because then you're going to have dozens of these videos up there. People are going to be searching and finding this stuff on YouTube, and it's just going to be a little bit weird to fill up your YouTube channel with this kind of content, but you need to host the video somewhere. And I am going to recommend that you use YouTube, but unlisted. So your video won't be public. It will only be viewable to people who have the direct link to that video, okay? That's fine. And then if you use YouTube, you always have the control to, if you want to later down the line make it private, you can make it private so that nobody can see it except for somebody who has, whose email address you've designated. So get it hosted on YouTube, unlisted, and save that link. All right, we're done with the third step. Step 1, again, I'll keep reiterating myself. Step 1, choose your demographic. Step 2, make your video. Step 3, get it listed on YouTube. And now we're going to move into step 4, which is the delivery of that video. Now there are dozens, hundreds of ways that you can deliver this video. I'm going to recommend email. If you have the email address, which you can find the email address of somebody that you want to get in touch with at that company, find that email address and send them a very personal email. Super, super short. Catchy subject and super, super short. Even include in the subject, I made a special video just for you. I hope that we can talk. In the body of the email, just very simply reiterate that same idea. Hi, James at New York Times. I just had a very simple thought, but it's something powerful enough that I actually wanted to record a personal video for you. Click here to view it, and then please do respond and let me know what you think. Very simple. You don't have to go on pages and paragraphs about, do not pitch your video idea inside of the email. Let the video speak for itself. Just get people to watch it. That's it. Because as soon as they watch it, now you really have them engaged. Now you really have the foot in the door. So like I said, that example is if you use email. But there's a lot of other ways that you can deliver this. You can do LinkedIn direct messaging to contacts that you already have. If you have something like a Sales Navigator account, you get so many LinkedIn in-mails in a month. You can find those people that you want to reach out to and send them the link through that. You can even go as far as going to the website form on somebody's website, filling out your first, last name, email, phone number, all that stuff that you have to do, and drop, your message in the link in the message box and send it that way. The cool thing about video prospecting is that generally people get excited about the fact that they've received something personal like this, because everybody knows that it takes effort. It takes effort to make this happen, right? So imagine this scenario. I make a video prospecting that I'm trying to get to the vice president of marketing in a large company. I can deliver that video by email and hope it makes it. I can deliver that email by LinkedIn and hope it makes it. I can deliver that email on a website form and hope that it makes it. I can deliver it to a few different people and say, hey, I made this special video especially for this vice president of marketing at this company. Please make sure that it gets there. And generally speaking, the employees of that company will be so intrigued that you've made so much effort to actually record a video and send it over that they will make sure that it gets to that vice president of marketing. You better believe it, because it's come to them. They realize it's a personal message. It's just like if a piece of mail comes in the door, it has the name and address of that VP of marketing on it. You better believe that that piece of mail is going to make it to that person's desk. It's just the same with this. So last but not least, I'm going to reiterate one more time. Choose your target market is number one. Number two is record the video. Number three is put it on YouTube and get it in an unlisted fashion so that you can share it. And then step four is to find one or multiple channels to deliver that message. And then after that, you can move into all of your other follow-up activities. Give this a shot. I'm telling you, it is an extremely valuable and successful marketing strategy. It does take some time, so think about how you can maximize it. Like right now, I'm making these videos to share information with you. Right now, I'm starting to do this on a daily or weekly basis, right? But I have a setup, it's sitting here. All I have to do is walk in, sit down in this seat, and I can start talking to you. Sometimes I do the editing, sometimes I have another person here with me who does the editing, but we have a process, okay? You establish your own process for video prospecting, start doing it right away. Find me James D. Milliron on Twitter or James Milliron on Instagram. Hit me up on LinkedIn, give me an ad so we can get connected on there, and do let me know after a couple of months how this experience in this process is going for you. I'd love to hear your results. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.